Magician!
Hey YouTube, Magician84 here, and this time I'm going to be counting down my top 10 Elemental Hero cards that I miss playing in my Elemental Hero deck. And there have been some really great ones in the past that I miss playing in the main deck or extra deck, especially since we then got a limit in 2008 thanks to Synchros. Yeah, they pretty much fucked Elemental Heroes over big time there. But I'm not here to rant about that. I'm here to just say what Elemental Hero cards I miss running in my Elemental Hero deck. Now, I do still run most of these in my past format ones, but my current format one just doesn't feel the same without them. Anyway, let's just begin. Starting off at number 10, Hero Signal. A great trap for bringing out more low-level Elemental Heroes and getting the fusion pieces I want, or even just to use with something else, like Ocean, for instance, if Stratos gets destroyed by battle. And it gives me another monster just to basically stay alive, depending on the situation. Yeah, this is an amazing fun card. And I like that it's kind of a reference to Batman in a way, because yeah, this is meant to look like the Bat Signal, or be like the Bat Signal, kind of. Yeah, I wish I could keep playing it, but just don't have the room for it anymore. Especially since it usually gets to a point where Hero Signal's not really needed. Number 9, Rottweiler. Now, I did already talk about this card in my top 10 favourite machine video list, but yeah, this is a great recycler, which is better to have mid to late game. Not great early game, but still great nonetheless to get back an Elemental Hero and a Polymerization. And it doesn't even have to be an Elemental Hero that was used as a fusion material, unlike Fusion Recovery. And ironically, they both came out in the same set, Cybernetic Revolution. So yeah, it's just really handy for getting those back and grabbing what I need. Although, it would be really fucking annoying when this would get hit by Nobleman of Crossout. Either that, or there is that awkward ruling where, like, if I have an Elemental Hero in the graveyard and no Polymerization, or vice versa, his effect can't work, because he has to be able to get both back from the grave to hand. So, very annoying. Along with the fact that it only works when destroyed by battle, not by a card effect, which makes it not as great as the anime version of it. Still a fantastic fun card all the same. Shame I haven't really been able to fit it in, like, since late 2007 onwards. But at least I can still play it in both my April 06 format Elemental Hero deck and my Jaden character deck, so that's better than nothing. Yeah, that's a thought. These cards see play in that deck as well still. Number 8, Elemental Hero Core. One of the more generic fusions, and Like an additional boss monster. This was a great fun card. Just trying to remember all its effects. I wish I did that before the start of the video. Oh yeah, that's it. Just having the ability to pop monsters, cut the attack points of monsters in half, that attack this monster, making it very difficult to attack over, and also has the unique effect of bringing back a level 8 or lower, level 8 or lower Elemental Hero Fusion from the grave, ignoring summoning conditions. So it would be very handy if I lose Shining Flare Wingman quite early on, because I'd use this to bring it back. And it's very diverse, just needing any 3 Elemental Hero monsters, whereas pretty much all the other ones require specific ones, not just by name, but also the Omni ones needing certain attributes. So yeah, that was just awesome, and I did have this in my Elemental Hero deck for a while. I know I started playing it like in either 2015 or 16, can't remember which one, but when was it I stopped playing it? I can't remember. I know it was some point before 2020. Was it some point before 2019? I can't remember. But yeah, I did used to play this before the super rare reprint in, what was it, the Shining Dark, not Shining Darkness, Shining Victory Special Edition? I think so, yeah. In fact, I can also remember one time where someone complained about me playing this because it's a Shonen Jump promo, and there is of course this stupid rule where Shonen Jump manga and book and game promos, sorry, can't be played in tournaments over here unless it's had a reprint. But the thing was, though, I wasn't even using my Elemental Hero deck in tournaments during the time I was using it. So, like, I don't see what the big deal was. In fact, this is something I hate people doing anyway. This is a rant I did a while ago. I don't know why people complain about these promos being played in casual games. Like, well, it's a casual game, not a tournament game. It's not a big deal. Why get so anal about that? This is one of the reasons why I hate the competitive side. Yeah, I don't remember when I stopped playing it, and I would keep playing it if I could, but I just don't have the room anymore, which is an ongoing problem us Elemental Hero players have. We don't have room in the extra deck for all the fusions we want to play, unlike pre-Synchro era. Yeah, I would keep playing this if I could, but I just can't. Number 7. We're getting into some classic stuff here. Elemental Hero Necroshade, the first ever Dark Elemental Hero, and the second high level one we ever got. Yeah, this is a great card, mainly used in combination with Blade Edge or Neos. And there's lots of different ways to get it into the graveyard, which is brilliant. Like, there was Graceful Charity before it was banned, Thunder Giant's effect, Plasma Vice's effect, Wild Wingman's effect. and then much later on Twin Twisters. Plus, in a Dark World matchup of some kind, I just discard this off Dark World dealings. Or if someone's using hand destruction against me, no problem, just send this. And then I'm all set up to summon Blade Edge or Neos without tributing. So yeah, this has been in my Elemental Hero deck for years, until last year when, rather annoyingly, I had to drop it for the newer stuff. It's just annoying. It's one of 4 main deck monsters that I miss running in my current format Elemental Hero deck and want to keep playing, but I just can't find a way to keep him in. Or his better fusion version, Darkbright. I mean, I could bump it up to 44, but then I'd be left with too many cards in the deck. It's something I'm still trying to figure out, but hey, at least I can play it in a pass format Elemental Hero deck, which is better than nothing. Yeah, there's that. Speaking of Darkbright, he's at number 6. The second Necroshade fusion we got, and an early version of Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Not as strong as Absolute Zero, but still really, really great. In fact, more often than not, I'd reveal this off Future Fusion, and send Sparkman and Necroshade to the graveyard. Either that, or I'd reveal Necroid Shaman and just do the same thing, but I'd mainly reveal this off Future Fusion, like when I stopped playing Necroid Shaman. And it's just great having another version of Spear Dragon. Piercer switches to defense after it attacks, and then I have to pop a monster when this gets destroyed. Yeah, very good, very handy card, which I've had in my Elemental Hero deck for a long time. But unfortunately he ended up being one of the ones that I ended up dropping to make room for the newer stuff. So annoying. In fact, there's not a lot of classic Elemental Hero fusions left in my current Elemental Hero fusion deck. Current format, that is. In fact, if the limit was 20 instead of 15, I would have this Plasma Vice, Wild Wing Man, Wild Edge, and I'm not quite sure who else. But yeah, still waiting for that, Konami. Please make it happen. Number 5, another Fusion Piercer, Elemental Hero Plasma Vice, also requiring Sparkman. This is one of the better fusions that need specific materials. Just in general, the Sparkman and Wildheart fusions are the best ones among the anime Elemental Hero fusions. Yeah, the piercing is also very good, but it's its other effect that really makes it shine, allowing me to discard a card to destroy an opponent's attack position monster, and it's not even once per turn. It was just really great, really handy for getting rid of monsters that I just can't attack over. So it was good for getting me out of that sort of jam. especially on one occasion, which was the last time I faced Pokemaster Cube, where he had a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon on the field, and I used Plasma Vice's effect to get rid of both of them, and yeah, he was really thrown off by the fact that it's not a once per turn effect. So yeah, that's just a fond memory that sticks in my mind. Yeah, again, it's a fusion that I miss running, but at least I have other cards to help me deal with attack position monsters. Number 4, Skyscraper, a classic. Shame it's not as good as its anime counterpart, where Elemental Heroes gain a grand just when they battle. I wish it had that effect, but no. It only applies when an Elemental Hero is attacking a stronger monster. So, yeah, this would help a lot against bigger monsters, but if I don't have a fusion option, or if I do, it helps the fusions out big time. Of course, that being said, there was one time where I was on the receiving end of Demise, King of Armageddon, and I had to summon Sparkman, activate Skyscraper, then attack over the Demise with Sparkman. So, yeah, this would be helpful for getting me out of that kind of jam. And I am thinking about playing this card again, because I have got myself a copy of Favourite Hero, if I ever decide to play that in my current format Elemental Hero deck, and obviously this would be the go-to field spell to use with it. And of course, just look at that artwork, it's just incredible. I'm trying to remember if I own an Ultimate Rare version of it, but I can't think whereabouts it would be. I don't think I do. I'm not sure. Maybe I should check. Yeah, Skyscraper rocks. Number 3, Elemental Hero Ocean. Stratos' partner in heroism, not crime, because that defeats the point of being a hero. Yeah, it's so much fun when these two work together. So, provided I can, of course, keep Ocean alive, and then I can just add Stratos from grave to hand, or even if he's on the field, I can just bounce him back, then normal summon him and get a search or a back row pop. Yeah, it's just so much fun. He's been in my deck for a while, ever since, well, pretty much the start of the September 2007 format, and again, epic artwork, although there were times where there'd be some confusion between this and Warrior of Atlantis, because they look pretty much the same, only they're obviously different monster types and different rarities. I think, actually no, I think they both have a common print, but anyway, and work in different archetypes. Yeah, shame it wouldn't be that easy to keep on the field though, considering he's only got 1500 attack points, and it's not that easy keeping Ocean alive. I wish it was a main phase effect instead of a standby phase effect, but then again, I guess he would have been too good. Just trying to remember when I stopped playing him. It must have been some point after Stratos got banned, like back in 2013. Big sad. And then eventually I just stopped running Ocean. Shame really, because the deck just hasn't been the same without both of them. until Stratos came back, of course, but now Ocean only sees play in my actually 3 past format hero decks. My September '07 Elemental Hero deck, my March 2011 Legendary Hero deck, and my March 2012 Dark Magician Hero deck. But it's mainly in September '07 Elemental Heroes where it really shines, so it's fine, it makes up for it. At least I can use these two together side by side again. And again, this is one of the main deck Elemental Heroes that I miss running, along with these next 2 cards, which I'll talk about now. So in at number 2 is another classic, Elemental Hero Bubble Man. Such a fun card, but very difficult to pull off his draw effect though. I wish it worked the same way it did in the anime, but then again I suppose it would have made it too good. But still, it would have made Elemental Heroes so much better. But no, it's just annoying where it has to fulfill an awkward condition where I have to have no cards in hand and nothing else on the field in order to draw 2 cards. I mean, sometimes I get that effect off, but yeah, obviously it wouldn't happen a lot because it's not easy to pull off. And there'd even be situations where I could pull it off, but then I'd end up drawing another monster, and it's like, God's sake, I can't even use this damn effect. And then of course there were typical mixed reactions from competitive players, like back in the day they'd say, oh, this card is so shit, even though, like I said before, there is no such thing as a bad card. And then like when Bubble Beat and Hero Beat became a thing in the March 2012 format, they'd say, oh, Bubble Man's amazing, it's a free level 4 to give you an Xyz play. And then I'd be like, really? Now you're appreciating Bubble Man? Typical. Yeah, again, this is a card that's been in my Elemental Hero deck for absolutely years, but again, rather annoyingly, I had to set him aside for the newer stuff from Power of the Elements. And I miss running Bubble Man. I wish I could keep playing him. I mean, sure, Liquid Soldier is miles better, but still, Bubble Man's a classic. And finally, in at number 1 is Elemental Hero Blade Edge. And of course, this is the very first Blade Edge I ever got back in February 2006. Yep, it's the original print. It's a first ed ultimate rare that has been in my Elemental Hero deck for absolutely years. I mean, sure, it's not one of the better ones, but he's just such a cool card and the main go-to high-level monster to normal summon with Necroshade's effect. Yeah, the fact that it pierces has been a big help on a lot of occasions, and attacks over some monsters that I can't get over any other way, although it's kind of awkward if I'm stuck behind something with more than 2600. Then again, that can be where Skyscraper comes in. Or if I'm not using Blade Edge by itself, I am fusing it with Wild Heart to make Wild Edge so I can attack everything, or of course fuse it with Sparkman to make Plasma Vice and then pop things with his effects, which would be a lot of fun. And of course I could bring it back with Monster Reborn or Premature Burial back when I was playing both those cards. in my Elemental Hero deck. Or alternatively, there's summoning it off Voltic's effect, which is a fond memory of Blade Edge, which I did talk about before, but there was this one tournament game, in fact it was the Fortune Tour qualifier in December 2008, the event I went to with Derek, Clive and Starren, and I took Elemental Heroes and went 4-1 in Swiss and made the top 4. My only loss was against Zombies, but that was because I misplayed. Don't remember what it was, but I did beat Gravekeepers somehow, which is very impressive considering Gravekeepers are a terrible matchup for Elemental Heroes. I won against Plants, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. And what else did I win against? I know I defeated Macro somehow, but what was my other win against? Was it against a Crystal Beast player? Oh, fuck, why can't I remember? Surely I must have brought it up in my 2008 history video thing. I'll have to look back at it. But anyway, during Game 3 of the Plant matchup, it was just amazing. I went Polymerization, Fuse Blade Edge with Wild Heart, made Wild Edge, played Miracle Fusion, banished them both to make a second Wild Edge, then normal summoned Voltic. Oh fuck, why didn't I put Voltic on this list? That's another main deck card that hero card that I miss running. So, you know what? Voltic is an honourable mention. Something else I miss running deeply. So yeah, normal summoned Voltic, attacked all of his monsters with Wild Edge, attacked directly with the other Wild Edge, then Voltic, then used Voltic's effect to bring back the banished Blade Edge and attack him with that. I don't remember if I gamed him that turn. I don't think I did, but it would have been epic if I did. It was just amazing doing that. So, there are some fond memories. But again, he's one of those main deck Elemental Heroes that I don't have room to play anymore, which is annoying because this is an alternative card I can summon off Ian Engage Neospace. Okay, so yeah, I guess that makes it 5 Elemental Hero main deck monsters that I miss running in my Elemental Hero deck and wish I could keep playing if I could. I mean, I suppose if I was to play Voltic again, I could just make my Edison format Elemental Hero deck in real life, but I don't know if I can be bothered. I'm not sure I have the parts going spare anyway, which makes it so I can't be bothered. And like I keep saying, I don't want to build or rebuild any more decks, so I just don't know. But one thing I do know is that at least I can keep playing these specific 4 in my September 7 Elemental Hero deck, which is better than nothing. So yeah, that is it for that list. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Magician YouTube channel.